is showing now. I'm staying real and I'ma hold it down. Painkillers taking me another go around. I never know what life is going now, so I paint pictures with pain to slow it down. Ain't playing games, I'm getting older now. Same shit, different day, just let it roll around. I'm growing up, never showing up. The goal was tough, but I'm a soldier, I'ma hold them up. They throwing blows at me, I soak them up. I throw them back to let them know I'm never folded up. It's getting colder, so I bundle up. Those sick, hopeless souls choked up. Father, forgive them, they not know it's love. Cold-blooded, so I'm thugging, I just throw it up.
Feeling lost and out of place. Empty eyes look upon my face. Take me home. Take me home.
Check.
Take me home.
Check. Now I'm whole as fuck, soaked in blood, my throat is numb. You know that cocaine potent as fuck. Pour me another one, the only place I'm going is up. Growing up without a father can be lonely as fuck. You know a fucked up mama can't control a young thug. And I'm so stubborn, it's more money and more drugs. Now my soul struggles with hope, love, and emotion. Blow for blow with a real. Alright. Let's get it.
Here we go. See, madness, as you know, is like gravity. All it takes is a little
Back to me, the glamour, subdue me, the Teflon, untie me, I'm empty, please fill me, Mr. Anchor, show me, the Baghdad is burning, your poison is so human, that calling my real killing, I need you, my witness, to twist this up so bloodless, you know me, and purge me now, I'm done to blaming you, yes, the car is a wheelchair, my witness, your copy, only silence, not the legless, want to travel now with copies. Sleep back, we found the weakness. Let's let shut the door, now testify. Now testify. Let's let shut the door, now testify. Let's testify. Jesus.
All right. What's poppin'? This I call this the I'm in the middle of talking to Cash. In and out of talking to Cash. I'll call this the prequel to the depression thing. I want to talk a little bit about it. I feel like there's a lot of people that don't really understand depression, at least clinical depression, and what one goes through. I have a good friend of mine. He was the best man at my wedding. I spent time with him in prison. And he said he just doesn't get it. He says he just doesn't really understand why somebody could be so depressed and not be able to come out of it. Like, it's just a state of mind, he thought. And the best way I could explain it to him was, it's not a choice. It's not like you're choosing your mentality. It's just something that's kind of there, and it doesn't really go away. It doesn't really step off. It doesn't really scale back for you. There's a insane spectrum to depression. You know, you have all the way at the bottom, you got the I'm depressed because I had a bad day. And then all the way at the top, you would have stage 3 bipolar or whatever. I forget the stages of the bipolar, where you have extreme ups and extreme downs when you just extreme ups and extreme downs, like often. And when you're up, it's called mania. And I used to be deemed as bipolar, and I used to be deemed as going through manic episodes, which is actually where the name Manic Asylum was born. I used the name Manic kind of tongue-in-cheek because I never believed that I was manically depressed, or maybe manically depressed, but bipolar and manic depression is the same thing. But I never believed I was bipolar. It was just kind of like a straight line. I didn't have very many ups. It was generally down. Probably most of my ups were due to my drug addictions. So here's the chat. The Wise, what's up, The Wise? Joy Stuckey, how y'all doing this evening? I don't understand why my chat sometimes on my other screen here, it takes so long to come up. Let me see something here. It does it every time without fail. It takes forever to come up, or it doesn't come up until I refresh it, which is what I'm doing now. Go ahead, test this out. Yeah, okay, so, and I have another chat room over here that doesn't show up the chats. Live chat, settings. I don't know. I'm still working this out, but luckily now I got the two screens. I got the two screens where I can multitask a lot better, a lot easier. And it's fucking lovely. And a lot of that is thanks to, I'm probably skipping up a lot now. Hold on a second. Let me get out of here. Okay, a lot of that is probably thanks to Miss Queen Stacy that helped me get my adapters for this. You know, it's funny though. I expected a lot more heat from my Hassan video. It's funny. It's especially a puss-ass cracker like me talking shit about, you know, Hassan Campbell and, you know, things about, you know, the black community. I thought there was a whole lot of people, you know, because that's what they consider you, right? Puss-ass cracker. Isn't that what they consider you? I thought I was going to get a lot more heat. I thought that comment section was going to fill up, but I guess not. But then again, I do try to be objective about it. Do you take meds? Yes, that's a good question. I just went to a psychiatrist and she just put me on some medications. So I am now, and I have a feeling that she's doing this one of these medications just because of the price of the medication. So one of them is Zoloft, or not, yeah, one of them is Zoloft for depression. The other one is Remeron for sleep. It's also got antidepressant properties. And the other one would be Abilify. And Abilify, we looked at the price on it. I got insurance, lucky enough to have insurance. And it is a for 30 pills, $730 for one bottle of pills. I mean, that's street 30 milligram Roxy price. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. It's actually half, but still. I mean, it's insane. And I feel like she's putting me on these medications just to kind of... She's got some reason that she's putting me on these medications, and I don't think it's for my own well-being.
certain medications at least, because you know they got a whole game they play, you know, and they make their money. They make their money the best way they can, and they do it at the expense. I mean, the Hippocratic Oath is dead and gone by now. It's dead and gone. You know, it's all based on money. That's why when I talk about capitalism and I say I believe in capitalism but not our form, that's the type of shit I'm talking about. We have too much capitalistic endeavors, right? We have too many capitalistic things that make people want to do things that are otherwise immoral or just downright fucking dirty, especially when we're talking about the medical field. You know what I mean? There's got to be some kind of way that we can do something about that we can actually kind of flip that on its head, because that's insane. It's insane how these, we're talking about human beings and their health. I mean, that's not something that's worth any dollar amount whatsoever. So she's got me on this new, and I asked, and I told her what medications help for me. I've been to psych doctors in the past, and I told her what medications help. These are the medications that help me. These are the medications that didn't. I wrote her down a list and everything. She completely ignored the list. She acted like she was writing it down in her little book, and say, you know what? After I told her what medications work, that I know work, I'm like, here, look, I've taken these before. These work. These medications work. You see? You see this? These medications work. You know what I mean? Holding the paper right here. These are what work for me. I know, I've been there. I just stopped going to the psych doctor for a long time because I stopped caring, you know. And she's like, okay, that's good to know. What we're gonna do is start you on a Abilify. Okay, let's just try something new then. Fuck it, you know. I told her what I know works. What are you gonna do, you know? You know, I don't know, but yeah. So, okay, so finally we got our chat up. So you take meds, this is bill, it's expensive. You're correct. Yeah. It's crazy having money, having this much capitalistic incentive in healthcare. Is it causes problems, and it causes problems just like the type of problem that I'm having, which, you know, when I'm sitting there telling the doctor what I know helps, that must have messed up your whole, yeah, no, well, it fucked up, yeah. I mean, it's not a great drug. It's really not. It's not. Some people swear by it though. Hey Stacy, how you doing, mama? Some people swear by Abilify, but it's not doing the trick for me so far, at least. You know, these things take time, so we'll see how it works out, you know. But and so yeah, we'll see how it works. But like I was saying, that there is a spectrum of depression. You know, there's the I had a bad day, so I'm depressed, and then there's the bipolar. You know, there's people that go through mania and whatnot. What I got is clinical depression, which means it's just there, it just doesn't go away. And I wake up in the morning, and every day that I wake up in the morning, I open my eyes and I feel like the weight of the world drops on my head immediately. My stress, everything that upsets me, everything about my life that's not right, Everything that I wish I could be doing better, everything just falls right on my head. Boom, first thing in the morning. I used to have this joke with my wife when we didn't have a gun in the house. I used to have this joke, and I have a very sick sense of humor. I have a dark sense of humor. I've got a very dark sense of humor. So I used to say, so when we do get our gun, because we were just waiting to save up some money because we were broke at the time. So I was like, when we do get our gun, do me a favor and don't let it be in arm's reach when I first wake up in the morning. I got a sick sense of humor. I'm sorry, but it's real, man. Like it's ugly and it's painful. Let me get on a better screen here, and it fucks up a lot of what you're doing with your life. No matter what you're doing, this channel, me trying to develop and grow this channel, it fucks with that. I mean, the people that have been there for a long time, the people that have been around, have been subscribed to my channel for a long time. You've seen it. You've seen times when I've been just gone, and then come back and I'll do some videos and gone, and then come back because I doubt myself. I doubt that I'm able to do this, and I doubt that I'm able to do this the right way. I doubt that I'm able to interest people. I doubt that I'm able to say the right things. You know, I doubt my skill sets. And that's a part of that depression. That's the part that kicks you while you're down. And you know, your depression, it knows you better than yourself. It's like an entity. It's like an extra entity of some kind, and it's bizarre. Yeah, actually, Joyce, my psychiatrist suggested I go talk to somebody. I might have to, considering, she said considering my past, after I told her, I sat down and I broke down my past in my childhood. And she was like, yeah, you need to go talk to somebody. It's just something that is like difficult for me to do right now. You know, I do side jobs. I don't have a 9 to 5 right now. Okay. So what I do is I do side jobs. Every now and then I'll get a gig for, you know, doing this kind of thing. Every now and then. So I'll do side jobs. I'm an ex electrician. I used to be an electrician, and then I broke my back in that car accident that I was in 8 months before Sage. And I got into that car accident, flipped my car 4 times, broke my back, went to the hospital. I lost my job because I was gone for so long. But even when I got healed up a little bit, I still wasn't able to go out there and do I was like a industrial electrician. We were putting up lights, like street lights in brand new housing developments that were being built from the ground up. Like the houses were being built, the streets were being laid out, you know, and we were laying all the electricity, all the way from the transformer boxes all the way to the, you know, the meters and everything else. We were doing everything. Street lights, there were no traffic lights in the housing development, but you know, we were doing everything, and it was heavy work. It was a heavy workload, and a lot of lifting. I mean, you should see some of these spools of wires. Let me see. Wires this thick, copper, and there's giant spools of them that you have to help lift them and hoist them up. Things like that. You got to get in a ditch and dig. By the time this was happening, I had already graduated to running the backhoe, which is the backhoe. It's the big fucking scooper, and I was damn good at it. So I got off the shovel pretty quick, and I was happy about that. But I mean, I could get a job doing that. That would be great. I have to go get my license for that. Right now, I'm on probation. I'm still on probation from that accident that broke my back. So, talk about adding insult to injury. I mean, I wrecked my car. I broke my back. I totaled my family's car. And let's put me on probation. So, I'll be done with probation in the next couple months. And I'll be going to get my license back. Hopefully, because I think they habitualized me, so I'll have to get a hardship license and blah 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 blah. It's just it's you're jumping in circles. Let me catch up to the chat here. All right, Joyce, much love. Thank you for joining in. Derek, what's good? What's good? Yeah, Derek, I was just talking about well, this was like the prequel to the depression thing, and I was just talking about how it affects your life and stuff. And you caught me while I was talking about when I broke my back and I lost my job as an electrician. I was making really good money as an electrician. I was bringing it in. And when I broke my back in that car accident and I wasn't able to do that kind of work anymore, it really fucked with me. It really messed with me because I wasn't able to bring in the money that I was before to help support my family. And it fucked with my head so much, it brought me back down into a depression again. And it laid me out. And I'm just now finally coming out of it, from the past few months. I would say the past 6 months I've been slowly coming out of it. So that's a good thing. But you can't escape it. Like I was saying before, the clinical depression, the kind that I have, the clinical stuff and everything above that, it's like an entity. It's like an entity that's living in your head, and it knows you better than yourself, and it beats the shit out of you, and it kicks you down, and it fights dirty. It fights dirty. It fights really, really, really dirty. It's unforgiving. It's merciless. I mean, mixed with the way that I grew up, considering the way that I grew up and what I went through as a kid, and the fact that my mother and my grandmother and my aunt all had depression, I mean, I was just set up for it from the beginning. You know what I mean? And it's just there, and it's not going fucking anywhere. I can understand that, Manik. You used to having money coming in a better lifestyle, then it goes away. It's a downgrade. Well, yeah, and it's not just that. It's also feeling like I'm not able to support my family like I was, and it's that is one of those things that put me back down. I was doing good. I was working out every day. I don't know if you've seen pictures, but I was getting swole up. I was working out every day. I was feeling good. I was at work every day. And then all of a sudden, boom, car accident, broke my back, no car. They took my license, took my job, couldn't do it anymore, couldn't do my work anymore because my back was broken. Bam, change your lifestyle. And it fucking just dropped me back in that depression, just heavy. And I'm coming out of it though. I don't want to make this all negative. I'm starting to come out of it. I'm starting to feel better, and you guys are a lot of help. You guys are a lot of help for that, you know, because I got people to come and talk to about things like this. I don't have anybody to talk to otherwise, other than my wife. You know, I don't have anybody to sit and talk to and talk about shit like this. You know. But we're gonna talk about it. Like, I really want to get Cash on here so we can you know, counterpart one another, so we can actually we can actually go through it. But it's a motherfucker, man. It is, and there are people that people don't understand it. A lot of people don't understand it, and it's because it's hard to understand. Like, if I didn't have it, if I woke up every day not happy, but in a good enough mood, and I jumped up and I was ready to go for the day, you know. Men are trained to provide. You don't do that. Society says you ain't nothing. Your woman looks at you as less than. Downward spiral from there. Yeah, you're right. And you know, it doesn't help knowing society is but they don't ask the questions. They don't ask the questions. So when society says you're not providing for your family well enough right now, they're not asking the questions of why. What happened? What are you going through? What are you doing? What are you trying to do? You know what I mean? And I try damn fucking hard, and I do damn well for myself. For being in the position that I'm in, I do damn well for myself. All I got to do now is try to do better. You know what I mean? That's it. I got a feeling. Okay, Cash is working on. Okay. Slow down so my cut pisses me off. Stresses me out because I feel like I need a second job. Yeah, it's hard, man. It sucks, man. You know the way things are with jobs. You know, you get a job, but it doesn't do much for you sometimes. Especially the lower paying jobs. You're just surviving. You're just getting back. You know, and I went from making really good money to just nothing. But you know, it is what it is. It is that. But my point is that's what drove me back down. Like, it's things like that. That would depress anybody. But even the little things that drove me back down into a fucking hole. It drove me into a hole, and it took me a while to dig my way out of. And I feel like I'm getting there. I feel like I'm digging myself back up out of that grave, and I'm feeling better now. So that's good. You know what I mean? So hopefully we'll be able to get Cash on here to kind of counterpart me and balance each other out and have a real good dialogue about this. But I definitely wanted to get on here and vent a little bit and talk about this because it's a good subject. It's an important subject, you know. There's nowhere to go up but here. You're right, Derek. There's nowhere to go up but here. You're absolutely right. And that's the only place I'm going. It's the only place I can go. My boss promising me dreams, saying work will be. Yeah. I spoke to his son earlier today and told him about Joyce, and I suggested that he say a word or two on his next live about her and how I thought it would be a good look. Yeah, for sure. Pick up her spirits, yeah. Absolutely. So, Joyce, much love. I know you your phone died. Much love to you, Joyce. I hope all is well. Yeah, that does suck, the wise. That sucks. It's just the way it is. But as my man Derek would say, and as I would say as well, you know, the good and the bad come. That doesn't help with me. That doesn't help me with my depression. But the good and the bad will come, and you have to just expect it. You know, it's a conversation I just have with my daughter. You know, the shitty things are gonna happen, and be ready for it. But it's hard to do that. You know, it's easier, much easier said than done. Much easier. Much easier. So what I want to do is end this with a little something that I made. I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but I want to put this on here. It's something I made, like a trailer type thing for depression. And I want to tell all you motherfuckers I love you, and I appreciate all you motherfuckers for being on here with me. You are great people, and I sincerely appreciate y'all. And I'm going to get a hold of Cash, and we're going to work it out, and we're going to do this Hangout Depression Live. And anybody else that wants to jump in, you are absolutely more than welcome. So let me see where we're at here. I can't wait for y'all to do the Hangout. I'm just listening. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too. I really am. I really am. Alright, so here we go, guys. Much love, and I'm gonna play this, and thank you to Wise. I appreciate that, man. And I know I'm not alone. I know I'm not alone. I know I got you guys, you know. I got the wife, I got the kids, you know what I mean? So, and I don't feel that depressed right now, you know. It's like I said, I'm coming out of it. I'm coming out of it. And Manik Militia, stand the fuck up. Alright, guys. Here's that trailer. And much love to you guys, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Like, all it takes, a little.
Oops, wrong one, guys. I'm sorry about that. That's my apologies.
You are in
Here we go.
Depression.
My bad, guys.
The mind is your biggest enemy. Because it knows you better than you know you. It knows every single trap door. It knows every excuse. It knows every problem.
We must go further into detecting and treating mental illness, including more research on the brain-body connection.
We've never done it, snap out of diabetes, snap out of asthma, can't snap out of depression. We need much more understanding about what's going on with the wiring that leads to this.
As a psychiatrist, I see on a daily basis suicide is an epidemic in our country. But I'd like to share with everyone that one person actually commits suicide every 16.2 minutes.
25 states, half of the United States, has seen a rise in suicide by more than 30%. We understand the no, we don't.
American teens and children ever before are struggling with anxiety and depression. According to recent research, the number is now more than one in every 20 kids.
We have seen a lot of CEOs, including Elon Musk, really stepping up and speaking about mental health, really trying to destigmatize it.
Then when we become adults, we often label things that we don't understand. You know what? We're often afraid of things we don't understand. We often judge things we don't understand.
taking on a subject that is really hard to talk about. Depression and suicide. But it's a real problem that's impacting a lot of people worldwide.
It's because we are complex beings in a broken world. Everybody. And until you've been depressed, you think, you know, something's wrong with them. Let me tell you, something's wrong with life. And our bodies are imperfect, and you can face so many weights, so much stuff coming against you that you are stressed so much, and the physiology and the chemistry of your brain shifts. I don't care what you do, pray all night long, fast every single day and night, until you receive help, often in the form of a med, you're not going to come out of that. Matter of fact, you might take your own life.